The Justice League Snyder Cut has been a hot topic amongst DC fans over the last few months since it was reported that we would actually be receiving this on HBO Max. And fans have been begging for this opportunity for years, especially since nobody was very impressed with Justice League and a lot of different issues were coming along with how all of that ended up playing out. But here we are excited now for 2021, where we will be getting the Snyder Cut in 4 separate 1-hour long segments on HBO Max, and all of that has been confirmed during DC Fandom. But today we're going to be answering a different question that has been asked about what is going to happen as far as the preparation for the release of this series, this 4-hour long saga that we are going to be getting that is the Snyder Cut. And that question is about reshoots, who will be returning to finish, if they are even going to do it. Will it be uncut? Will it be finished? How will this movie be prepared? There were a lot of questions surrounding this topic, and today we have a huge answer to one part of those questions. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture's Chris, and if you love to stay up to date on all major movie and television news, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We're covering it here on the channel. And today, a fan favorite, Justice League Snyder Cut. And the cries of release the Snyder Cut have been heard, and we are going to be receiving this masterpiece. Now, the news that we want to talk to you today about comes from The Hollywood Reporter, so it's a very reliable source. This news is as good as confirmed, and we're talking about reshoots and who will be present. For starters, we didn't even know if we were going to get reshoots, how far into the film Zack Snyder got, and how much would need to be changed from what we ended up receiving in the theaters. And would they be finishing the CGI? What exactly is it they would be piecing together for us at the release of the Snyder Cut? Well, hearing that we're going to be getting 4 hours of footage makes you feel like a lot of it will end up becoming uncut segments with possibly a little bit of finished CGI. But now we are also hearing Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Ray Fisher are all preparing to return for some reshoots within the coming weeks. And the production of this isn't going to last very long, but the reshoots are happening, so Zack Snyder has a few things he still wants to fix before they release the Snyder Cut. And that's really interesting to hear because that probably means they're going to be putting a lot of very fine details into the finishing and polishing end of movie editing. So the CGI will probably be complete, and that is a question a lot of people have asked as far as how much are they willing to prepare this movie for its release. And it sounds like since they're going through the trouble of getting all these big name actors back together for some reshoots, that brings us to believe that all of it is going to be pretty polished and ready for release for a very, very good reception of this release. We aren't going to go ahead and finally do this game-breaking movie movement, go ahead and release the Snyder Cut because we didn't like Joss Whedon's version, and then not get this nice polished version. I don't think Zack Snyder would allow it, but it really has been a hot button question. What is the condition that we will be getting this movie? So I would go ahead and assume, based off of just this news alone, that they're pulling these actors back together to do a little bit of nothing crazy, but some reshoots. We will be getting a very polished, well-rounded final release of the Snyder Cut that, like we found out during DC Fandom, is coming out in 4 different 1-hour long segments. And they even mentioned that they're going to try to figure out how to get it out to the world and places where HBO Max isn't available. So it won't be exclusively on HBO Max, and or it will come out in a DVD format, something sort of like that, where it may not be the 4-hour long segments, but they might actually clip it into one movie for us. And that's all something to look forward to. But the confirmation that these actors, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Ray Fisher are all coming back is extremely exciting because it shows the attention to the Snyder Cut that we will be getting. And of course, on top of that is all that Ray Fisher news and the questionable state that that is in, because him and Warner Brothers aren't necessarily getting along right now because of a lot of different drama that is going on between the way Joss Whedon treated him on set and different issues going there. So it is good to hear that he is being a good sport with that and coming back. That shows the dedication these actors have to the Snyder Cut, the importance this is going to play, and potentially a very huge change in direction for DC. And as a DC fan, I'm excited to hear that and to see how everything is falling into place for the Snyder Cut. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this exciting news to you? Are you really excited for the Snyder Cut? Are you kind of over it by now? Let me know where your head's at. Love to chat with you all in the comment section down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched until the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, entertaining, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button as we're covering all major movie and television news right here on Cosmic Culture.